Okay, folks, why dating at 50 sucks.
This might upset a lot of people, but I am on the dating apps again, and you know what I've discovered? Men are not afraid of divorce.
Dating after divorce. Let me save you so much time and energy, and we do not.
The pressure is getting to many women as they're unable to find men after their divorce.
Being 26, divorced, living in Utah where everyone my age is married and has 3 kids.
It turns out I actually may be the problem.
So after 10 months, I'm back out on the online dating app scene here, and then...
The struggle is real, isn't it? The reality is, good men don't come around that often. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
You know, it's a fucking trip. Life after divorce in your 50s. Most days I'm like, what am I even fucking doing? I was a stay-at-home mom and had no job for most of my married life, raised my children, homeschooled them. Now I'm an empty nester and divorced. Yeah, what am I doing?
Women in their 50s are seeing a lot more traffic on our dating profiles. Why is that? Is it because of the new fascination with younger guy, older women? Or is it because older women know what we want? If we want you in our lives, you'll be in our lives. It's pretty attractive to have a woman like that.
So I just got ghosted by the first guy I went on a date with after my divorce. We went out a couple of days ago. I downloaded Bumble 3 days ago because I was just like, okay, I'm going to dip my toe back in the water and whatever. So I matched with this guy. He super swapped me. And then we started talking. He asked me to go out the next day. So we did. And we went out to eat for lunch. We went and played mini golf. We went out to eat dinner. We went to his house, watched a movie. I thought it went really well. He even said, I would usually never ask a girl out from an app so quickly, but I felt really intrigued by you or whatever. And I even told him, because we spend a lot of time together, I was like, if you need me to leave or, whatever, then that's fine. And he was like, no, I'm a super straight up person. I'll just tell you if I'm not feeling it or whatever. So I think we have a nice time. I leave, and then, we talk a little bit the next day, message back and forth, and then today I did not hear from him at all, and I see that he has unmatched me on Bumble, deleted me off Snapchat, and blocked me on Instagram.
Dating after divorce is a whole different world for many of these women, but in a lot of cases, they end up experiencing the same cold reality, just like this woman. Ghosted, blocked on everything, no explanation, no warning, just gone. Now, ghosting is wrong, no doubt about it. But maybe, just maybe, that man really wasn't feeling it, and instead of being upfront, he chose the easy way out. Still, for these women, it stings. A lot of them leave their marriage thinking they'll find something better. More excitement, more connection, more appreciation. But what they walk into is a dating scene that doesn't care about their past, their sacrifices, or what they bring to the table emotionally. They're now dealing with men who swipe left and right all day, who don't value commitment, and who disappear the moment they lose interest. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the reality for many divorced women stepping back into this dating world.
Dating after divorce. Let me save you so much time and energy, and we do not want to make the same mistake twice. Heal first, date second. We do not want to attract the same situation we just got out of. Keep your standards high. There's an amazing man out there that wants you just because you were married before. That does not mean anything. You're the prize. And have some fun. Honestly, the first guy you date after a divorce is probably not going to be your man, and that's okay. Make a list of your non-negotiables and what you're looking for in a partner.
I don't know who all is in the dating world like me. Here I sit in a car being stood up again for the third time in the past couple of weeks. It's hard. So why? So why make plans? Why lead someone on? Why be a just don't do it. If you don't have the balls to go out with somebody, then don't make plans with them. Because it's a move. Like, be a stand-up man and don't be selfish. Don't just think of yourself. Think of somebody else for once. So I'm going to count this as a blessing that he was not the right person, because he did not show up the way he was supposed to. And he's doing me a favor. And I know that in the end, but it sucks.
Who cares? Over 50 and stood up for the third time. Obviously, this woman is very upset. But then again, this is just the kind of world of dating they walk into when they leave their marriages or try to date seriously after a while. It's not the same dating landscape they once knew. Now, it's full of ghosting, superficial swiping, and players who are either chasing youth or not serious at all. These women often walk back into the dating pool thinking love is still waiting for them, only to realize the rules have changed, and not in their favor. The charm of real conversation has been replaced with unread messages and cancelled plans. The stability they once had may be gone, and now they find themselves competing in a space where their age is seen more as a disadvantage than a story of wisdom and experience. And unfortunately, many find out the hard way that the dating world isn't as welcoming as they hoped.
I haven't cried on TikTok in a while, so what better day than Monday? I was just doing my makeup when I was thinking about this. Dating after divorce. Dating after divorce with kids, after like getting out of a toxic marriage, not claiming innocence in any of it, but like trying to move on, trying to be open with new people, and it's like fucking impossible. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm becoming my best self, and other days I don't even recognize myself.
I'm just going to do a little video countdown on days each day until I turn 50, because I'm going to tell you, turning 50 is tough. As a woman, I feel we become invisible. The older we get, the more invisible we are. And saying 50, it doesn't matter if you've kept yourself up, if you take care of yourself, you're just old. You're no longer worthy in this society. But I've been working extra hard to be mindful and to like kind of pamper myself coming up to this. So I took a detox bath and I did a clay mask. So 12 days to 50.
Well, she's not wrong. Women who are 50 are more likely to be invisible in the dating world, and many of these women are sometimes afraid to get older, even though it's not something they can control. But it's just the reality. They watch as the world around them starts to shift, how compliments become rare, how attention fades, how they're no longer the ones being pursued, but often the ones being overlooked. It's not that they've lost their beauty, their value, or their ability to love. It's just that men are more attracted to youth. And for some women, that shift hits hard, because for so long they were admired, validated, and desired simply for their looks. Now they have to confront a world that doesn't see them the same way anymore. It's not fair, but it's real. And it forces many to either find new ways to be seen or accept a silence they never expected.
Hey TikTok, I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, but I do have a PSA for the online dating men over 50, and I'm going to add over 60 because I turned 60 in November. Guys, ask me out. How's that? Ask me out. Ask me the out, okay? If I'm going to invest 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time, good morning, how are you, how's your day, call me at night, we chit-chat or whatever. Let's get it to the next level, dude. We're about to be in a nursing home over here, okay? Let's step it up a little bit. Like, whatever happened to let's meet for a cup of coffee? Oh, and I'm going to give you a little twofer advice today. I am not going to help you through a masturbation session on the phone when I haven't even met you. Are you kidding me? F*** out of here with that stuff. And I'm sorry about the language. It's like I say please and thank you like a saint, but I curse like a sailor. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Guys, step up your game, be a grown-ass man. Suggest that we go out for a cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be anything major, but like, let's meet face to face. Let's move to the next level. So anyway, that's my advice. Step it up, guys. Okay? Peace.
Okay, if you're single and in your 20s or 30s, I have a genuine question for you. How do you differentiate between having very high standards for yourself and others and having unrealistic expectations?
Let me help. Married woman here. High standards are rooted in reality. You hold yourself accountable to those same exact standards. And yes, what people are attracted to is going to be a little bit different than what they offer, but it's something to keep in mind. If you're not capable of meeting the standards you're expecting, you probably shouldn't have them. Your standards will also enhance the overall relationship. You'll expect healthy communication. You'll have reasonable boundaries. You won't tolerate disrespect or dishonesty or overall harm. So you're overall encouraging a healthy relationship. Whereas unrealistic expectations, you expect stuff that you can't even meet yourself. Or you can't even meet maybe the opposing quality that people that you would be attracted to are looking for in a partner. Like maybe you want an honest man, you're not honest yourself. Or you want a man that can provide for himself, but you don't even provide for yourself. Instead, you're expecting him to pay all your bills. Unrealistic expectations are based on entitlement. You're not looking at what you can give, you're only looking at what you can take. These demands often aren't rooted in reality. They don't keep in mind how relationships realistically work. Maybe you're holding him to an expectation of perfection and you're constantly moving that goalpost. A lot of unrealistic expectations are superficial as well. You're looking for a man that's 6 feet, looks a specific way, makes a specific amount of money, and he has to have all these qualities or you won't even give him a chance. High standards filter out the wrong people for you, whereas unrealistic expectations push away all the good people out there.
I'm inclined to agree. Many women today cannot differentiate standards from delusion. What they call standards are, in many cases, rooted in alternate realities shaped by social media, unrealistic dating advice, and years of being told they deserve the best, without ever being told what it takes to attract or maintain that kind of partner. It's not that having standards is wrong, but when those standards are based on fantasy rather than reality, it becomes delusion. Some want a man who makes 6 figures, is emotionally available, fit, faithful, fun, and flawless, yet they overlook their own attitude, baggage, or lack of effort. They ignore age, personality, or behavior that might repel the very kind of man they claim to want. And instead of adjusting expectations, they double down, blame men, and convince themselves that being alone is a choice, when deep down, it's a coping mechanism for constant rejection.
A lot of people want to judge women that want a friends with benefits. And why? I was married for 20 years in a solid, monogamous, very vanilla relationship. And I loved being a wife and I loved being a mom. Then after that ended, I got into a 6-year long distance relationship, situationship. And that worked because he was there. I was here still raising my kids and we got together and had fun, twice a month, and it worked for 6 years. Now that my kids are young adults and almost on their own, I'm in a new chapter of my life. And at 54, I get to decide. I don't need a man, but if I want a man, that's my choice. And how I choose to incorporate him in my life and him incorporate me into his life is our choice. Relationships are not cookie cutter. They're very individual to the two people within the relationship.
It turns out I actually may be the problem. I've been on 3 dates with this guy and he is perfect. He is a doctor. He is attractive. He is 6'4". And he likes me, and he's from the South, and he has this cute little accent, but he has all the same beliefs in me, and we agree on everything, and I am not into him at all. At all. Not even a little bit. Don't even care. Not even a little bit. 3 dates, and I was like, all right, I gotta cut this man off, because now it's like I can't keep leading him on, and I can't keep going through this. I don't like him. It might be me because on paper, this man is everything. On paper, this man is perfect. And I am not into it. I'm just not. He's too nice. I don't know. I don't know. It may be me. I may be the problem. I think it's me.
I was totally on your side until the very end. Because you're self-aware, you seem to know what you want. You were not nitpicking some sort of thing that was giving you the ick. You gave it 3 dates. But look, you lost me. You lost me when you said that the man was too nice. Because that is the worst, most frustrating thing that you can say about a man. Especially when it's in a video that you're posting that a lot of men are going to see. Because that means that they can check all the boxes. They can even be super attractive, super tall. They can be successful. But if they're too nice, he's not going to get the girl. I implore women to stop using this phrase and actually label the behaviors that he is doing that is making you less attracted to him. Because nice guy to some people would include saying thank you or opening the door for you. Nice guy syndrome qualities that women have a problem with is where a guy doesn't stand up for himself. He lets everyone walk all over him. There is a difference between those two, and I just want men to hear that from more and more women, please.
Another one, huh? But at least she knows she's the problem. She went out with a man who checked every box. 6'4", a doctor, educated, stable. In her own words, he was perfect. They agreed on everything, shared the same beliefs, had similar values, even enjoyed the same hobbies. On paper, this should have been everything she claimed to want. But somehow, she just wasn't into him. And that's where the truth starts to surface. Because if a man who aligns with her emotionally, mentally, financially, and physically still isn't enough, then what exactly is she looking for? It's not compatibility she's chasing. It's a feeling, an emotional high, a spark that often fades quickly anyway. But that craving for butterflies over substance is what keeps many women endlessly swiping, rejecting men who could bring them peace and loyalty, all in hopes of some fairy tale thrill that may never come. And unfortunately, that kind of mindset leads to a cycle of missed opportunities and growing loneliness.